So I started modeling when I was 16 in Brazil, and I was still in high school. So when I finished it when I was 18, I got the opportunity to start traveling. I had agencies interested in me in Europe and in Asia. So I went to Milan for 4 months, and then I lived in Malaysia and Thailand for a bit. And from there, I just traveled to many places, and I end up here.
And have you always had a passion for modeling? Was it something you always wanted to do, or something that you were kind of just discovered?
Not really. I was always in a lot into sports. I grew up playing a lot of sports. I played soccer and I played tennis. I got more specialized in basketball. I played like competitively for 4 years. And at this time, this one guy discovered me and asked me if I was interested. And I was super young and in Brazil, because of a lot of top models that did right and they just succeed. Like we have this impression of it's like it's a lot of glamour, it's a lot of good things with it and a lot of fame. So I thought it was a good idea, and I don't regret. It was nothing that I really thought about before that, but it's been a great journey, and I got to learn a lot, and yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
And who's been your favorite model or photographer that you've worked with so far?
It's hard to pick one model that I like to work with. There was, I mean, I've done so many jobs and I met a lot of people, but one photographer that I got the opportunity to work with, it was Yud Sai here from LA. He's a photographer that shoots for Gas and many other
He's on America's
important
Next Top
brands.
Model.
Yeah, that too. And he's a great photographer. I could tell like from minute one that he was like like a different approach and everything. It was really nice to get to work with him.
And what do you think's been the biggest drawback in modeling?
What do you mean?
Like, what's been the biggest kind of
Like the not good parts?
yeah?
I'd say it's very sad to see like how many models are just not. I mean, it's not an easy market. A lot of people just think it's easy, and all of the models, international models, and it all sounds really good, but many models don't work enough to pay for their expenses, and they end up having to do other kinds of jobs that they don't really want to do, and that's the biggest turn down. It's just like a lot of people think it's all amazing, all great, but it's actually not as great as it looks.
So if you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
If I would change, if I wanted to change, if I could change something, it would be about like just the rates. I think like sometimes because there's so many new agencies and so many models, the rates go lower and lower. So yeah, if there's something I could do about it, was gonna be that. But also here in California and the U.S. in general, they respect way more the rates for what kind of job you're doing, not as much as many other countries and markets.
Um, so how were you discovered, and did social media play a part of that at all?
Well, I was discovered when I was 16. At that time, there was no social media at all. It was barely internet, or maybe in the US, I don't know, in Brazil. I was still so. But when social media started and like I got in more into like actually working on my professional side into social media, it's been just increasing a lot. My let's say fame, like way more people know me now, and it's been helping also for booking jobs. So it's kind of a new beginning, it's a new era, and I just think that more and more gonna be more and more important for models and for whoever has like a job that you need some sort of fame and you need to build a big network. I think it's just like you really need to be into social media and take care of it as it was part of your job.
And what effects, both positive and negative, have social media had on you professionally and personally?
It's been really good. It's been helping me a lot with many things. It made me get in touch with people that maybe I would never have the opportunity to. It just makes it like really closer. But it's also something very addicting too. And sometimes I just wish I was just a little bit less active. I wish I was just like being able to forget about my phone more often. Because sometimes you get stressed. You just spend too much time on it, and I wish I was doing something else. But yeah, it's good. It's good and bad, but more good than bad. I wouldn't change it.
And how much thought do you put into what you post ahead of time? Do you like look at pictures or like plan out what you're gonna post ahead of time? What you think's gonna get more likes or
Yeah, well, because of like I've been doing this for a while, and I also spend a lot of time in it. I I get to understand what my followers like, what is more likely they will like when I post and everything. But I also know that I need to post diversity, and that is also good to have different kind of stuff. But I always think mainly about posting something that the followers will like out of the information that I've got from previous posts, amount of likes and comments and etc.
so what's something that you think people might misinterpret about you or your posts? Like looking at your Instagram, like somebody might think about you.
I try to be very transparent when it comes to Instagram. I mean, I will. Not all of my friends are into Instagram, and I'll post pictures with them, my family, my cousins, and so I got lost again in the question.
So why do you think so many people choose to follow you and you have a huge following?
I don't really know. That's a question that is like a lot of people ask, and they like, what's the secret? What do you do to have such a big following? And I mean, of course there's some things that you can do, but there's nothing that you like from day to night. It will change. I understood that you need to have a good page, and you have to worry about having good content, good quality pictures, not so much filters and collages, because that doesn't work really well. And I don't really know. There's also when you have other friends and pages that will post your pictures, and they have a big following, that will like get a lot of attention to your page. And so when people get to your page and they see that there's a good looking page, that you have like you post diversity, and it's like something that they might like, they will follow you. So it's a lot about getting advertising from pages and other people that they will have followers with the same interest as the stuff I post.
So it's the whole networking thing. It's the new, what they call the social model. You're going to book jobs based on followers. Basically, is what's happening nowadays. So
Yeah, I
with
think
such huge following,
it's still something that is like slowly happening, but I believe that it will happen more and more. It's like a trend that I think it's the next year is gonna be it's gonna be way bigger. It's gonna be a lot about that, and I even think that clients will go straight to like, okay, this guy has this amount of followers, and that's his rate, and that's how it goes. I think even rates will be separated by following and all these kind of things.
what do you want to inspire in the people that follow you?
Well, I want to inspire them to like a healthy lifestyle. I think like no matter what you do in your life, no matter if you're a model or no matter if you work at a bank or anything you do, you should like be healthy. You should try to do activities, like work out your body and try to eat healthy. Maybe not all the time. You don't have you can of course go have your fast food that you like, but try to like really think about it because it's your body is whatever you eating, whatever you're doing. It will reflect in your in like in who you are and how you treat people and all these things. So I think it's really important to have a healthy lifestyle. And I also yeah I mean I try to be myself. I want people to not I try to be myself. I am being myself all the time, and I want people to I want to like encourage people to do the same. Nowadays, like we have so much idols and so much people that we get inspired from, but like we can't forget that we are unique, that everybody has its own value, and that everybody has its importance. And so yeah, I think I try to pass this too.
So you do obviously talk, not talk, but you post a lot of active pictures. You're hiking, you're playing basketball. Right now, we're sitting at the court. So what's your favorite exercise to do outside of the gym?
Outside of the gym, for sure, is to play soccer. Yeah, well, play soccer with play basketball. It's like it's there about like my two favorite activities, for sure. Unfortunately, I hurt my knee a few months ago, and I'm still not being able to do everything. But hopefully, we'll be back soon. Yeah, I miss it a lot.
And on the unhealthy side of it all, what one food is your weakness? Like something you, if someone put it in front of you, you'd be like, you'd have to eat
Sweets.
it. Yeah.
I just love sweets. I love sugar. Chocolates and cakes and pies and ice cream and frozen yogurt and all these things. I'm crazy about it. I try to control myself. When I go grocery shopping, I don't buy these kind of things. But for example, I have a friend staying at home and he bought chocolates, and yesterday when I opened the fridge I saw chocolate and I was like I just can't not eat it. I'm like, all right, it's here. Now that it's here, you know. But yeah, sweets is my weakness.
What's the most extreme adventure that you've been on?
Extreme adventure. I'm a very adventurous person. I love to do extreme activities, and I've done skydiving twice, and that's like I think it's something that is very adventurous that I loved it. I always wanted to do, and I did it, and I loved it, and I did it again, and I even plan to take I would say like take a course too, so I'll be able to do it on my own, not with someone behind me. So yeah, it's something that's on my goals.
All right, so I've always wanted to skydive, and for everyone else who's wanted to skydive, what goes through your head right before you jump out of the plane?
It's a little bit scary, to be honest. Like when you get in the plane and the plane starts going up and going up, it's not like a normal airplane trip, because you're actually thinking that okay, I'm gonna jump from here. It's getting like higher and higher, but I mean it's great. I was never like really scared, but it's like when you're like crawling to leave the plane and you're looking down, all these things like that, it's really loud because like all the air. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy this few seconds prior to leaving the plane, but it's really nice. I really recommend. It's really worth it. Yeah.
So how would you describe your personal style? Like, are you a jeans and t-shirt type of guy? Basketball shorts? What's your style?
I like to feel comfortable in whatever I'm wearing. So I I was even thinking about it today, that I like so much to be in sweatshorts that I'll be wearing sweatshirts to do everything I do, like from staying at home to going working out, to do like all things that aren't really so important, but castings and parties, weddings, this kind of thing. So I will be mainly wearing sweatshorts, t-shirt or shirtless
Yeah.
most of the time. But yeah, I keep it simple. I'm not super elegant kind of person.
Um, so where's been your favorite place to model so far?
I'd say LA.
And why LA? Over anywhere else?
Well, over everywhere else, LA is, well, first, which is really important, is that I've been working here better than anywhere else. I think I was really lucky with the agency I work with, because they're very professional and I never had any problem with them. And things are just very professional, I believe, because of also Hollywood and all these things. Like, people take it really serious here. They treat the talent really well, no matter it's for a job or it's for a casting. Things are really professional, things work well. Like, you have a time for your casting, you go and you do it. I've had experience that I've been waiting for 3, 4, even like 6 hours to do one casting, and I don't think that's professional at all. So yeah, I'm really glad to be here.
Do you have any plans to get into acting, or is it strictly modeling?
I've thought about it many times along my career. I really like it. I've done some acting. I've took acting classes here in LA and also in Brazil, and this also has helped me a lot with modeling, because I think even modeling is a little bit of acting too, depending of the kind of mood that you're shooting. So, but I haven't really thought deeply into getting to acting, because I also know that if I decide to do so, I would have to give up about modeling in a certain way. Not 100%, but I'll probably need to like give up a lot of my time to just study and go to acting auditions and stuff. And modeling is been really good for me, so I don't think about it right now. But it's never something. It's always something that I consider. I never really forgot about that and say like, no, that's not what I want to do, because I think it's a lot of fun, but it's just not for now.
And what upcoming projects do you have that you can share for people to look forward to?
Well, I've been thinking lots more about spreading more my following to other social medias. I've been really like taking my time to do well on Instagram, but I also want to spread to YouTube and do also Vines. So that's my idea for now. I still don't know exactly the kind of content I would add to it, but I have a few ideas in mind.
And what advice do you have for someone watching this video, or one of your followers that want to kind of get into the industry, but they might be kind of scared to make the move?
Well, it is not an easy industry. You gotta acknowledge that, but it's also really pleasant when you get the opportunity to work. So what I recommend to whoever wants to get into this is to really research about who are the good agencies, and like try to find an agency that really wants to work with you, because that's super important. It's not only like sometimes you find an agency, but they don't really want to work with you, so that's no point. So what I recommend is like people to really look for who are the good agencies, who are not people who trying to just like take advantage of you in a certain way, and also well, take care of their social media. Nowadays it's really important, and many models are being discovered by social media because that's where everybody is right now.
True. And finally, what do you want your followers? What's something that your followers should take away from your Instagram beyond the shirtless selfies or, you know, the modeling pictures? What do you want them to like know about Ricardo as a person?
I want them to know that Ricardo is that one person that they see there, is the guy that make jokes, is the guy that likes to be out and likes to meet with people, and that's just how I am. Many times, because of relationships, because of this and that, you may wanna like do things that you don't really want to, but I just like as I grew older, I just figured out that there's no way to be happy if you're not doing something that you really like, and by doing things that you like, you'll also just have like you'll be happy, and you have like good vibrations, and you will like also how do you say uh, like good things happen to you too when you're just in a good mood and in a good like atmosphere. So yeah, I really how do you say I really want to inspire people to be themselves whoever they are and just accept themselves, no matter their how much they weigh, how tall are they, whatever skin color or whatever sexual preference or anything. I just think you really should be whoever you want to be and be happy, and that's the most important in life.
Great. So that's Ricardo. See you later.